What is happening here today at the UN Human Rights Council is not new. In fact, there has been a deep and persistent problem with UN bodies from New York to Geneva when they address accusations, let me add false accusations, that Israel is violating the basic norms of international law. Having served as Israel's ambassador to the United Nations in New York back in the 1990s, I witnessed this phenomenon from the very first day I walked into that blue-green building on First Avenue. I was confronted at the time with an effort to convene what are called the high contracting parties of the Fourth Geneva Convention, that is, its signatories, to take measures against Israel for alleged violations of that convention. It had been adopted after World War II in order to protect civilians in times of war. Israel was a signatory. The first question I felt that I needed to ask was, when had the signatories been ever convened before? Were they convened when the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan? No. What about when Iraq went into Iran? No. What about the invasion of Kuwait? High contracting parties of the Fourth Geneva Convention didn't meet. Turkey into Cyprus? No again. Maybe Libya going into Chad? No convening of the Fourth Geneva Convention signatories? No way. In fact, in repeated cases of outright aggression, this body of the high contracting parties had never been brought together before. But now, the UN General Assembly was considering to convene them in the sole case of Israel. Why? Because of the territories it had captured 30 years earlier in the 1967 Six-Day War. Moreover, the UN's focus on the singular case of Israel really stood out. Back in 1967, and people either don't know this, forget it, or both the Security Council and the General Assembly had rejected Soviet efforts